Hello everybody and welcome to another Town of Salem gameplay video. I'm playing some ranked today, and I apologize for starting this video late. I kind of forgot to record, but when I hit record, I knew that I had to keep this one. This is the most ridiculous game I think I've ever played in ranked, and I am so freaking bummed out about it, guys. Seriously. So night one, Solar right there, I'm just going to catch you guys up, visited somebody that was guarded by the bodyguard. Bodyguard killed them, okay? And Flygon, the consort, got upset that they had been evil 3 times in a row, so they left the game. Now, I'm Arsonist, okay? So I'm not Mafia. I'm reporting this guy for game throwing because Flygon is absolutely game throwing right here. This is absolutely ridiculous. Aldowich claims they are Vigi. Was anybody witched a roadblock and stuff? No one was witched last night. There probably isn't one. That may or may not be true. Oh my gosh, I just finished this game and my heart is pounding and I'm just so ridiculously frustrated. You have to watch this entirety of this game. By the way, John Willard is the mayor and he came out night 1. So John Willard is the mayor. We're pushing Katrina because Katrina says Katrina says, "I'm off, guys. Hang me." So I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Aldowich says I'm shooting Katrina. So I want you guys to pay attention to all the throws that happen here. This is the most game-throwy, most silly, ridiculous game I've ever played. That does not mean that Town's going to win. It doesn't mean that it's going to be easy for Town to win or easy for me to win. I'm just going to continue on doing my dousing. So night 1, I can't remember who I doused, but it's in my will. Night 2, I'm dousing John Willard, who is the mayor. And I realized free cookies I doused night 1. I said to myself, there's only one way I'm going to be able to win this game, and that's if I get John Willard doused early and then hold it off to the very, very end. And hopefully, somehow, I can pull this one through. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this game. So, I doused John Willard. Katrina is dead. Katrina was shot by the vigilante. So at this point, I'm like, well, there's clearly no witch, because witch would have taken the vigilante and shot somebody else with them. And Tiny Rick is also dead. I'm not sure what Tiny Rick is dead from. I'm assuming Mafia. Katrina was consort. Here I am hoping that maybe they're actually the jester. But I'm reporting them too. That's game throwing. Sitting there and saying, you know, I'm Mafia, shoot, kill me. That's game throwing. So I reported 2 people already in this game, and we're only on on the full day 3. Good news for me though, Tiny Rick was jailer, so that's helpful that they ended up killing the jailer when they could have killed some useless role. Aldowich says, I got witched, but I was going to shoot Katrina anyway. What? Witch controlled you and made you shoot the person who was claiming Mafia and was clearly Mafia. Are you kidding me? What is this witch even doing? Aldowich says that John Proctor is witch. And Thomas Stanford says, you know, Thomas Stanford says, I confess as well. I confess as well. So I was like, are you kidding me? So Thomas Stanford, all of the Mafia at this point has thrown the game. They've all gotten together. At this point, Thomas Stanford is saying, you know, basically, IPEP says, can we lynch Vigi now? Of course, I don't want to lynch the Vigi because I'm hoping that we can actually get the, you know, Thomas Stanford is going to die here. And so I was hoping that we could actually, maybe the witch will shoot some townie instead of just letting, you know, the town win this game. So Thomas Stanford's like, so yeah, Flygon left. He wrote, yeah. Basically, Flygon said that he didn't want to get 3 evil rolls in a row, so he was leaving the game and game throwing. Crying like a baby, which I did say several times. I mentioned the fact that they were crying. So I reported both Flygon and Katrina. And Thomas says, don't report Katrina because, you know, we made a deal that we were gonna quit together. And I was like, that's still game throwing. Like, I don't think you get it. Saying that I'm going to game throw and agreeing as a team that you're going to game throw doesn't make it any less lame. And so the report's already out, and that's game throwing as far as I'm concerned. That is. Giving up is game throwing when you're part of a team. You know? It's just... Because if Solar was still there, if Solar decided that they weren't going to leave the game, and then you guys just gave up like that, then absolutely ridiculous. Thomas Stanford is dead. All the Mafia are dead. Bodyguard's dead. Jailer's dead. And John Proctor is supposedly the known witch. Witch is 13, everybody's saying. He's not denying it. All right, so I'm not dousing the Vigi because hopefully the witch takes the Vigi and shoots somebody else. I'm hoping that they shoot the person that I'm not attacking. If they shoot the person that I'm dousing, that means it's going to take me an extra night to get to the point where everybody I douse can be lit. The good news with being the only arsonist when all of Mafia is dead, the only good news is that absolutely everybody that I douse will be killed by me. They won't be killed by Mafia, so I won't be losing out on douses in that way. But, geez, guys, So here I am. I have 3 people doused now. Pippi's doused. Pip dies, which I'm assuming that's by Vigilante, which is great for me. John Willard's likely going to die today, which means it's going to be me versus 5 Town after Alderwick dies. Me versus 5 Town. Jeez, man. If I get pushed up, it's basically over. I mean, I'm fake claiming Doctor. I don't know if you guys saw my will. I'm fake claiming Doctor. And I mean, I'm just going to try to play as towny as I can right now. Try to pocket a little bit of people. So I say, that's fine. We win anyway. Alderwick says, so I was witched again. Can we lynch 13 now? John Proctor says, I said I'm witch. I got you guys 2 Mafia. It sounds as if he did it on purpose, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like, seriously. Dave Davidson says, should have done it yesterday. The Godfather would have gotten a kill. I mean, technically, you would have been better off that way, with 1 town death instead of 2. But, Aldrich says, we need to find the neutral killing, though. Thanks, Gun. Let's lynch 13. Now, John Willard says a 6. Purple is the neutral killing. And so at this point, I'm like, well, geez. If I can get them to push on 6, we would keep Witch alive, and we could maybe actually win tomorrow, or at least tie it up tomorrow. So here's my little soft push. Do we lynch neutral killing first? It ends the game. Now, I don't want to push too hard, because if I push too hard off of killing John Proctor, the confirmed witch, then I may be immediately suspected. So I'm hoping that I said enough. The town's going to sit there and go, all right, you know what? Let's inno this. Let's lynch Purple, who's the neutral killing, and end the game. And that way, after my douse tonight, hopefully it'll be a 2v2, and we'll actually win the game nice and easily that way. But that doesn't seem to be how it is that they're going. They're going to vote guilty, so I'm going to vote guilty. There's no push to inno. I'm hoping that maybe the John Willard, the mayor, innos this and saves us all, without me having to actually vote inno. I certainly don't want to be the only person voting inno right now. Jeez, that would get me lynched immediately. So Dave Davidson says, who is Arso? Aldrich is probably 6. Now, Aldrich dies tonight. And I'm just thinking to myself right now, I'm like, oh, jeez. Like, how is it that I can actually win this game right now? How is it that I can win this game? I mean, there's some good news and there's some bad news. All I need to do is get it to a 1v1. I have 3 people doused. All right, that's a good start. That's a good start. That means I only have to survive for basically 2 more days. And I hope that I can do so. I've gotten a little bit lucky that Jailer got killed. I've gotten very unlucky the fact that every single Mafia basically game through, and the Witch game through as well. They had no desire to win at all. So I'm looking to make sure, who have I visited? Who do I think is going to die? I think Purple may be lynched tomorrow, is my guess. Dave Davidson was supposedly the lookout, or had claimed lookout. So I feel like Dave Davidson is a good push right here. So Free Cookies, John Willard, Pippi, and Dave Davidson will be doused. I'm hoping that the Purple gets lynched. If Purple gets lynched, I can ignite tonight and have a full winning hand right there. So that's the goal. That's the goal, is that hopefully Purple gets the boot, or at least I don't get the boot. At this point, I'm basically just like freaking out. I'm like, well, the good news is that nobody suspects me. The bad news is that if they vote for roles, if they ask me what role I am, I'm claiming Doctor when there's a dead bodyguard. Now, there's Random Town, but Doctor's a pretty common thing for Arsonist to claim. It really is. And my hope, of course, is that there's no investigator. If there is, I'm going to have to claim that I'm doused, evidently. But, all right, Aldrich is dead. Vigi down. At this point, I'm like, I prepare my will. I'm like, I'm going to get pushed out on. Start with 6. Oh, John Willard, yes. Start with 6. Anybody but me. Push on anybody but me, please. Purple says, I'm spy. Free Cookie CCs. All right, so I'm trying to subtly move the audience now. I'm saying there's a CC. I'm not like saying lynch. I'm not saying kill. I'm not saying one of them is the arsonist. I'm not taking any hard lines. I'm leading the horse to water, but I'm not making it drink. So then it says 8, roll. So there's 2 claims for spy. Now, personally, if I was Town, I'd probably be thinking about lynching one of those spy claims. You know, there's some, especially free cookies looks a little bit weak. Now, I'd rather purple be lynched because I have free cookies doused. So I ask for purple, why does it say X4? It says Dave X4, right? And I think it meant like bug 4. But I'm just trying to kind of keep people questioning anybody else but me. Now, Pippi gets voted up. John Willard votes against him. That's the mayor. So I don't feel bad at all following John Mayer into the lynch. So Pippi here, a little stroke of luck. After all of the game throwing, after all of the absolute ridiculousness that has been this game thus far, Pippi doesn't say a word. I can confirm 11 did visit 6 last night. Free cookies visited 6 last night. Free cookies would therefore be, it could be Arsonist, but could also be spy. So, alrighty. Or Dave Davidson is the lookout. So, yeah. So it indicates the free cookies is probably, could be Arsonist, but could be spy. So I remove Pippi from my list because they have been killed now. They've been lynched. And I'm trying to think to myself, in my head, I'm like, shit. I don't really typically curse, but I'm really built up right now, guys. I apologize, but I'm thinking in my head, dang it. We just killed one of the persons that I had doused. That means I'm gonna have to douse another person and live a whole another 2 days before I can actually win this game. Dave Davidson says otherwise is purple, so I'm like, hey, that's good news. There's a push on purple still. Report, they say for sheriff, who appears to be AFK. So I go to go ahead and douse free cookies, and then I look at my will to double check. I go ahead and put their name down, and then I notice something. I'm like, wait a second. There's 2 free cookies. I already doused free cookies. 1, 2, 3. Wait! I have it! If I ignite tonight, I have the 1v1 that I need to have a chance at winning. The only thing that could stop me is if purple isn't actually spy and is escort or veggie or vet. Now, I doubt it. They claim that they were spy. I don't know why they would lie about that. Unless they were... I don't know why you would lie about that. It's not a very wise thing to lie, but I'm scared, guys. I have no idea. I'm like, God, geez, please be actually spy and not be veggie or vet or anything else. 3 people dead. 3 people dead. And now, this is where I started kind of getting that evil happiness. Look at all the people leaving the game. Look at all these salty babies. Look at them go. Look at them flock out of this game because they know that they've just lost to an Arsonist that 1v5'd. I mean, I got a little bit lucky. I did. I won't deny it. That both Witch and Mafia were killing guys I hadn't had doused. I had some luck in this one for sure. But I also feel like I doused fairly well. And the good news is that it doesn't matter how well I doused or how lucky I was. I was able to keep myself off the stand long enough to have what appears to be the win. 6 people have just left the game today after seeing that it was a 1v1 with the Arsonist. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This made me feel so darn good. Because here it is, I got thrown into a game where all of Mafia game throws on the first couple days. Which games throw? I have no friends. I have no allies at all. But with a little bit of luck, so I say, Purple, you're not Arso, are you? Purple says, you were the Arso. Yep. Yeah. And the truth is that, and this I say, I bet the Mafia and Witch wish they didn't give up now. Because they had a chance. If they did not give up, they had a darn chance. They absolutely did. If John Proctor pushed on Purple and kept himself alive for another day, I could have ignited. If we had gotten a missed lynch instead of lynching John Proctor, we would have had him and I win together. But you know what? He gave up. Mafia gave up. Katria was like, well, I don't want a 2v7, so I guess I'm just going to give up. And they both just absolutely rolled over. I mean, there's truth to say that Mafia is an enemy of Arsonist. So getting them lynched didn't hurt me as much as it might have. But I also didn't have help killing the town members. I had no help killing them at all. I had to kill them all myself. And you know what? I did. There's a douse for 3 people right there. You go into the night action. I'm just kind of hole in my... I'm like, okay, so this person claims spy. I don't know why that they would have lied about claiming spy, but oh my gosh, if they were veteran, or if they are freaking escort, I swear I'm going to cry. I'm going to quit Town of Salem and never play again if they're vet or if they're escort, because I was just like, after everything that happened in this game, for it to be taken away from me right now would be absolutely devastating. And you guys know what happens next? Yeah, I bet you can guess what happens next. I bet you could guess it. Absolutely nothing happens next. We are alive, we're well, we're not killed by vet, and we're not blocked by the escort. We have doused purple. And it appears like this is going to be the game, guys. It appears that this is going to be the game. Now stick around, because I want you guys to see how close I was to losing my gold ranking. I had lost 2 games in a row. I'm sorry, I had lost 1 game, and then I had gotten this game, and I was like, well, there's 2 games now that I lost. But no, it seems like not vet or escort then, huh? And Purple says, nope, good game, Purple. Everyone else so salty, which is true. I think there's maybe one other person still in this game. I think that maybe Tiny Rick is in this game, the jailer. Everybody else, nope, nope, nope. Purple says, you did well. Nobody suspected a thing. Thank you. And I said I doused well too, which I do believe is truthful. I think I doused the people that I knew I needed to douse. Like the lookout, I needed to douse him. I needed to douse free cookies. Only because I knew they were town, and I knew I needed to douse the mayor because I could not have survived a 1v1, of course, with the mayor. So, oh man, I'm glad that the spies got the heat first, and not like you like to blow your own trumpet. Purple says. So I do think that I deserve this win. No mob to help kill, and no neutral evil. So I didn't have a friend anywhere. I didn't even have the Witch. Witch is so good for neutral killing because Witch is one of the few roles that can really, really help neutral killing win a game. It's one of the few that can actually do it. So my brain's freaking out, and I'm so scared that I'm like, did I remember to douse purple last night? Okay, I did. All right, I doused purple last night. I'm lighting tonight. This should be the win here for myself. Tiny Rick left the game. Goodbye, Town. Absolutely goodbye. You salty, salty pieces of junk. And Mafia? Yeah, grow a pair. Flygon got reported. Katria got reported. I probably could have reported Thomas Danford too, but at least Flygon had to be. Who left because they got a role that they disagreed with. Step off. Seriously, step the heck off. I mean, like I said, it would have hurt me if I was against a consort at the end there who could have stopped me from lighting. Certainly could have. But the good news, so like Mafia dying wasn't the worst thing for me, but it did mean I had to go it alone. John Proctor, though, the witch that gave up and was helping Town kill Mafia, that made me mad. That made me mad right there, indeed. Seriously, what a baby! All y'all's are babies. Arsonist win right there, guys. GG. I mean, Purple has no desire to stay, no desire to talk. They're probably pretty bummed out that they just got 1v6'd by an Arsonist. I mean, it was really more of a 1v5 because Vigi was already dead. 30 wins, guys. 12 losses. I was just about to fall underneath my gold rating, and I got this big old win, plus 11. Thanks, guys. Much love. Peace out.